Okay, so we're just a couple of minutes away from the beginning of the Book Junkie Trials, and I'm going to vlog the experience of this weekend readathon. If you don't know about the readathon, I will leave links down below to both the announcement video and also my TBR video. But just basically, I'm going to be trying to read these 2 books during the readathon. There's also like 8 badges that we're trying to complete during the readathon. And I've already completed 1 because I did share my TBR. And in just a few seconds, the kickoff video is going to start, which I think counts as watching one of my favorite booktubers, which will give me a 2nd badge. So we're off to a good start. I will also say it's midday here because I decided to run this readathon in Amsterdam time rather than New Zealand time, just because it's more fun to start the readathon when the creator of the readathon is doing the readathon, rather than starting it when everybody is still asleep, which is what would have happened if I'd done it in New Zealand time. Also, like the end of readathons, if you're in New Zealand time, you've finished and then everybody's talking about finishing it. Oh.
Hi.
Here she
is.
Everybody.
Welcome to, oh my gosh, the opening ceremony of the Royal Weekender Bookie Trials 2020.
Okay, so it is reading time. I'm gonna leave my computer watching Rachel Marie, and I'll be able to hear her, hopefully, from over here, which is a much more comfortable place for reading. So you'll notice I tied up my hair in a ponytail, so I'm ready for some serious reading. I'm gonna start with the Lightning Thief. That's not what this is. I'm gonna start with Trail of Lightning, and we'll see how we go. So it is just after 2 o'clock now. I am only up to page 44 in the Trail of Lightning. I keep wanting to call it the Lightning Thief. What is up with that? Anyway, I am really enjoying this. It's still giving me hardcore Kate Daniels vibes. We even perhaps introduced a character that's going to be kind of hate to love, but through them having to work together to fight monsters. I'm really enjoying the writing style, and I'm really hopeful that I'm gonna love this. I haven't really talked about what it's about, but it's like a post-apocalyptic story. There's obviously been some kind of big flood at some point, but on this Native American reservation, and they built a wall around their land, so even though there was this big flood, they're now in a drought, and there's also all these monsters that they're fighting. I don't really know that much about the world yet, but I am enjoying it. But right now, I'm gonna put that down for a little bit, and I'm going to have a go at the scavenger hunt, which has just been released. So there are 15 things that you have to try and find on a book cover. I'm going to try and find things on my physical shelves. You can time yourself or not. I might time myself, but I'm not going to challenge myself to go fast because I just don't think that anyone needs extra stress in their life at the moment. But I'll time myself just for like interest's sake. Alright, so let's go. First thing is a mask, and I have an idea. Oh, it doesn't really have a mask. I thought I might be in luck with a book called Diamond Mask, but there's not really a mask. There's the word mask. I'll put that aside as like a maybe. Mask is a hard one to start with. Okay, I spent 5 minutes confirming that there are no masks on the covers of my books, but I'm going to go with this one because it does say mask, and I found an edition online that actually has a mask. So, Diamond Mask by Julia May. Let's try the next prompt. Maybe we can do this one quicker. So the next prompt is gold. Just the color or the substance? Just the color would be Strange the Dreamer by Laini Taylor, because we've got that, and that's going to be what we go with. Then next we've got water. Big Little Lies by Leah Moriarty. So we've got water in the background. It's subtle, but you can see it. Next, a key. Hang on, I love keys. This one has a key, right? The Dark Vault by Victoria Schwab has like a broken key on it. Book. Okay, book. Okay, there's a book on the cover of the Golden Key. It's like an open book. It's a bit hard to see, but it's there. Next, an arrow. Like Like a pointing arrow or a bow and arrow? I guess it doesn't matter. Aha! Okay, so on The Gathering Storm by Kate Elliott, there is like arrows all over the ground around this guy. Next, a boat. Okay, so I have got The Life Ship Traders, Book 1, Ship of Magic by Robin Hobb, and this is a live ship, it's a boat. Next, a mythical animal. I mean, does a cat count? Here's one. So this here on Percy Jackson and the Lightning Thief is the Minotaur. This is the Lightning Thief, which I keep trying to call Trail of Lightning the Lightning Thief. So a Minotaur is a mythical creature. Next, a feather. Does it count if it's still like on the bird? I wanted to find one that wasn't attached to a bird, but I can't. So I'm just going to go with the Raven Boys, because we've got these feathers here. They're the clearest feathers I have. Next. Oh. So those are all on the floor now. Next, fruit. Yes, okay, finally. That one took me quite a while. So, The Slow Regard of Silent Things by Patrick Rothfuss. You're about to stop running because you've run out of battery. Okay, we're back. So I finally found some apples on the front of Slow Regard of Silent Things. It's actually on the spine, so I should have been able to see it very easily, but I didn't. So, that's some fruit. Next is a shoe. And we've got Cinder by Marissa Meyer. That was an easy one. Next, a crown. Should also be easy. So there is a crown on the front of Red Queen by Victoria Aveyard. Next, door. A door. So we have a door on the cover of The Snow by Caroline B. Kearney. There's this person opening a door. That's another one that I swear took me like 5 minutes. Okay, two more. A throne. A throne. Oh, I saw one. I mean, I think it's a throne. It's got someone with a crown on it, right? So it's a Conjuring of Light by V.E. Schwab. And then lastly, a sword. I've seen some swords. Here's a sword. Kate Daniels always has a sword with her on the front of Magic Triumphs. So, I knocked over my pile in the middle of all that, so my pile is a mess. Let me gather it together again. Okay, so I was going to try and like lift it up so you could see it, but now that I'm seeing the pile, I don't think there's a pile I'm going to try and lift up. So I'll probably have to take a photo, put it on Twitter anyway. So that is a lot of books. I found them all. Hang on, I forgot to check how long it took me. So it took me 22.5 minutes. Yeah, try and be that. There are a couple there that I got really stuck on. So the mask one was hard and the door one was pretty hard. Also, I think there were a few times I cheated. But I did find all the books, so I get another badge for completing a tournament. So now I've got 3 badges, just 5 more to go. I'm going to go and focus on getting more progress made on Trail of Lightning. Okay, so I haven't been making very fast progress, but I'm up to about page 110 and we just got a god introduced, which I always like, the inclusion of gods as characters. And we also just got like a little bit more of the main character's backstory, which I thought was really interesting, and I'm really enjoying her as a character. And I think just the sense of humor in it, like it's not like it's a funny book, but there's a little bit of a sense of humor and I really like it. So I'm enjoying that. But right now I'm going to put it down for a bit and I'm actually going to go for a walk because it's 6 o'clock now and I've kind of been getting in the habit while we're isolating to go for an evening walk. Especially the skies have been really pretty at sunset the last few days. So really I'm just going for a walk so I can go and look at the skies. But I do also want to get back because at 9 p.m. there's going to be like a live reading sprint. So I want to get back in time for that. Hi, so I am ready for bed, to be honest. It is now nearly 9 o'clock. However, before I go to bed, I'm going to do a 2-hour reading sprint. So there's going to be like a live sprint. I've got my laptop here. You can't see it. Oh, I've also got my honker friend here. He's not really helping with the reading, but he's here. I do also have my laptop. So I will be watching that live stream when it starts, although maybe not too much, because I really did want to try and finish this tonight, and I'm looking at how much I've got to go, and I'm thinking about my reading speed, and I think it might be a bit of a stretch, but I'm going to try and finish this, so I might not participate in the live stream too much, but we'll see. We'll see what's happening on it, I guess. But I would like to try and finish this. Oh, also, I forgot to mention, like, while I went on my walk, which was a very lovely walk, I was also listening to my audiobook of Girls Made of Snow and Glass. I was already about halfway through that, so it doesn't really count for this readathon, but I am reading it. It's like a Snow White retelling, but it's telling like both the stepmother story and the Snow White story. And it has like quite a weird magical twist in the retelling that I really like, but it's totally spoilers to tell you about it. I don't know that I like the rest of the story. Maybe? I'm not sure, but I do really like the magical concepts. So it's like, with retellings, it's just interesting to see how they adapt the parts of the story into the world that they've created. Anyway, as I said, I need to go and read this. So I'm going to start that and wait for the live stream to start. Good morning. So it is 9 o'clock, which is much later than I planned to start the day. My fringe that I cut myself because I'm an idiot is doing who knows what. But I didn't check in with you last night because I fell asleep. By the time I finished I've ruined it even worse. By the time I finished the 2-hour sprint, I was just really tired. And I wanted to stay up and finish reading this, but I just thought there's other events on today for the Book Junkie Trials, so I don't want to sleep the whole of today. I already slept more than I meant to. So I thought I would go to sleep rather than staying up and finishing this. So I think I've got about 90... Oh, I'm on page 200, and it's only like 285 pages. So I've got 85 pages to go. There is a tournament thing on at 10 o'clock, which I think I'm going to at least see what it's all about. So I probably won't finish this by then. I'm really going to run out of time for the Obelisk Gate, aren't I? We'll see. Anyway, I'm going to go and try and make some progress on this. Okay, so we are 2 minutes out from the beginning of the archery tournament on the Book Junkie Trials. I've managed to get up to page 224. Some people were chatting with me, and so I didn't make as much progress as I hoped, but we'll try and finish this before midday. Is that going to work out as a goal? I don't know how long this tournament's going to take. I guess we'll see, but I am really enjoying this. Also, we're continuing the parallels with Kate Daniels, so they've just gone to this like illegal fighting tournament, and our main character, Mags, has said that she has some experience with fighting in these tournaments in the past. Do you know who else has experience with fighting in illegal fighting tournaments? Kate Daniels. So they're very similar. Also, just like Mags is so bad with people, but like she's still like kind of gathering people to her, because even though she's kind of spiky, she's like a good person underneath. Same, but you might think that I might not like this because of all those similarities, like that this would be boring because of that, but actually it's just like all the elements I like from Kate Daniels are things I like in this, and there's enough differences in here that this is still really great. And I think as well, like a lot of the similarities just make sense if you're writing a book in this tone that's post-apocalyptic and just like following on from where our world is now, where it might be if those post-apocalyptic events had happened. So I'm really loving this, and I'm excited to finish it. The only thing that's going to really bum me out is that because the libraries are closed and we're not getting any deliveries at the moment, I'm not going to be able to get the second book for ages. That's annoying.
You guys have to find a random page in your book, for instance. So let's say you have Library of the Unwritten in your hands right now, or Jade, what have you got in your hands?
I have Mirage.
Awesome. So open like the page randomly. My page that I've opened randomly is 166. And so I'm going to add those numbers together until I have one digit only. Basically, you're shooting your arrow and you're trying to land on the correct author based on the clues that you're given. Like the key stage.
Okay.
I want to make sure that you're
So I got page 212.
putting in your number here before we get started.
Which would be 5. Yay! I got it right! It's Link
Okay. And we'll do the next round in about 3 minutes.
3 minutes?
While I have a glass of wine.
I can read 3 pages in that
Yeah,
time.
play my life choices.
So I got page 94, and you add that up, it's 13, so it's 4. So my next number is 4. Here are your author clues. In order to secure your archery point, choose the author. World on top of a turtle. Christmas is called Hogswatch. Octarine, the colour they created. So that's Terry Pratchett, right? Gotta be Terry Pratchett. Hey, I got it right again. 2 for 2. Okay, let's pick another number while I wait for them. So another number would be 83, which would be 11, which would be
How
2.
everybody's doing.
Da, da, da. Dramatic end of the chapter. Round
People who were saying it was confusing.
3. One of the Queen's favourite authors. It's got to be Shawnee Maguire, right? Diverse portal fantasies. Pen name is also Mira Grant. Shawnee Maguire. Okay, so while I've got these guys muted, let's just pick the number for round 4, even though I'll have to wait. So we've got 50, which 0 and 5 would be 5. I already did 5. Pick another number. 8 and 2. 82 is 10. 1 and 0 is 1. So we got 1 for our next one when we get to it.
I
Oops.
can see what
I accidentally
potential
pushed.
issue.
I accidentally pushed pause and now what the hell is happening? I fucked it up. Anyway, next chapter. Here are your author clues. Red, black and white covers, Stabby Girls, 4 Londons. It's gotta be Victoria Schwab, right? These are easy if you know the authors. I hope the last one's easy. Okay, I think the last one will be Final Shot, so we won't pick another number.
I've never hosted an archery competition before. This is very new for Her Majesty. There is a team that wins.
Ah, I remember
from this.
actually. I used to do archery, and now I suddenly remember that there was a lot of waiting around in actual archery. Huh. This is very realistic.
Click. So, round 5, you don't need to pick any number from your book. Please just head over
Final
to the
Shot.
survey. We don't have any author names on that one.
I don't know who these 2 authors on the sides are, but it's probably whoever Thingy of 1,000 Doors is? January of 1,000 Doors? Which I'm pretty sure this is Lainey Taylor and this is Samantha
This is the only
Shannon.
archery I'll ever be good at.
And whoever wrote Thingy of 1,000 Doors is not black. So I'm going to go with this one.
Okay.
I got it right. Good guessing, good logic.
What?
I've just, I'm near the end of a chapter. I'm at the top of the page. I'm pretty sure by the time I get to this bit, I'm going to be like, oh no. Ready? Oh, it still hasn't told me. Okay, we're going to find out soon. Well. That's gonna be dramatic. Huh. Nice work. But how is this a fair fight? This is crazy. I'm not watching the live show because I've been distracted by my book. Do you know the worst thing about this whole isolation thing? I've run out of pink tabs. I would totally give that a pink tab. I don't have any pink tabs left. Shush, not right now. At least this chapter I can see is only 1 page long, so the fight will end on this chapter, right? any real reaction I have is totally spoilers, but I really like this book. I really like it. It's dramatic. It's heart-wrenching, but it nice action. So I'm now on page 246. So I've got like 40 pages to go. I'm not sure how much is going to be wrapped up in those 40 pages and how much is going to wait until the next book. We will see. Okay, so Rachel has posted like a clone of the archery tournament so you can try it. I want to try the ones that I didn't do. Dandelion, toss a coin, horse's name, all named Roach. Now, I haven't read Witcher, but that sounds like The Witcher to me. Got it right. 7 is an important number. I open at the close. Robert Galbraith pseudonym. So that's obviously J.K. Rowling. Black author. I mean, the pictures are all black women, so that's a given. 7-figure debut book advance. I don't know about people's book advances. West African Orisha fantasy. I'm gonna guess that that is Tommy Adeyemi. Oh, correct. Lucky, I didn't really know that one. Stabby, 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 never flinch, never fear. This is obviously J. Christoph. 2 Hearts, lost. This is Laini Taylor. Necklace is made of teeth. Really? I need to read some more Laini Taylor. Okay, so I would have got 10 out of 10 on that tournament if it was the whole thing. I'm very proud of myself. Now I'm going to go back and finish this. God damn it. 35 pages to go. That's the end, I thought. Okay, so my camera battery died like exactly at the moment that I finished the book. But I finished the book and I can't believe that was the ending. And that I now can't get my hands on the next book in the series. So annoying. I will say, like, there's quite a few twists and turns at the end, and I'm not 100% sure that I followed them all. I probably need to think about it a little bit. So I guess it's fine. I'll probably reread it whenever I can get my hands on the second book, and that will kind of give me a chance to pick up on the things that maybe I missed. I'm not sure if I missed it or it wasn't explained properly. I will admit that, like, since I was reading it while I was watching the live stream and other things like that, I was a little bit distracted, so I could have missed things. But regardless, I really liked that. I think like the emotional trauma that it put the main character through was just, I don't know, really relatable. I don't know what it is about reading books where people go through emotionally traumatic things, but I enjoy it. Maybe it's just like seeing people survive through those kind of things. Maybe it's just feeling emotions. Anyway, if you haven't read this book, I'd really recommend it. Especially if you like the Kate Daniels series and you're sad that that series is finished. This one's another good series to read. Anyway, right now I'm going to go have some lunch, and then after that we will regather and work out how we're going to finish the Obelisk Gate. Okay, so we're at the part of the day where the lighting here gets very like ghosty or something. Anyway, I've done my planning. It is nearly 12 o'clock. So what I've worked out is, I think I've got 8 hours of reading time, plus like I need a couple of hours to go for a walk, and I also want to spend a couple of hours just getting my vlog from last week up and posted. So 8 hours of reading, and this book that I need to read is actually only 391 pages. So 391 divided by 8 is like 48 point something. So I'm going to try and read 50 pages an hour, and then by midnight I should be done. And then tomorrow I won't need to read anything. I think if I don't finish in time, finish by midnight, then I will just have to read a little bit in the morning. There is a live tournament happening in the morning, so I'd rather just do that in the morning and not have to worry about finishing off reading, but we'll see. There's also another tournament dropping at 2, I think, but if I haven't read 50 pages in the hour, then I'm not going to have time to do it. I'm going to try and do it in the gaps that I'll hopefully have, although I normally kind of estimate about a page per minute, so that means about 60 pages in an hour. So 50 is quite a lot if I get distracted, which I probably will along the way. But I'm going to try, and it's midday, so I better get going. Okay, also, I just set up for some sitting and reading, but I forgot to say I have got some more badges now. So I got the badge for completing a book, and I got the badge for expansive lore because I read the book in a new world that I haven't explored before. So I've got 6 badges, and this one, when I complete it, will give me 5-star prediction and clairvoyance. Those are both the same badge. Clairvoyance and one about it being purple on the cover. I forget what the actual badge is called, but this book is one that I'm really hoping to love, so fingers crossed. So the very first page in this book is like kind of part of the story, and then it jumps into like praise for N.K. Jemisin, but that first page is like everything I wanted from this book. Everything. Now I have to go through a million pages to actually get to the story. Is there, I saw some appendixes at the back. Is there like an appendix of who are all the characters again? Because I can't remember. No, the appendices are not about that. Okay. I'm going not fast enough. Like, I'm only on page 16 and it's 12:23. So I am behind on where I should be, and also like I'm going slow just because there's so much information and so much like getting back into the story that my brain needs to do. I don't know if I can finish this by midnight, but we're gonna try. I just have 50 pages, but it is 103, so I'm a little bit behind, and I'm just looking at my phone. Should I watch the government's update today about how many more virus cases there are? No, I need to keep up on my reading, and like I know what it's going to be. It's going to be, there were more cases, stay inside, which I'm doing, reading my book. So I'm going to try and catch up to 100 pages by 2 o'clock. I think it might be a stretch, although I think I was going slower. I'm speeding up as I get back into the story, so we'll see. Does he know I'm watching? This is my neighbor cat. He's a wussy. I was going to go and put something in the bin, but if I go out, he'll run away and be scared. So I won't bother him. I will just spy on how cute he is. He thinks I'm annoying. Okay, so I'm up to page 100. It's 2:15. I'm about 15 minutes behind. But I figured I'll take a break. Actually, so I will say I am really enjoying... Hang on, you're very low. Oh, that's why. I am enjoying it. I finally figured out who all the characters are, which helps a lot. Sorry if you can hear my neighbor mowing his lawn. It's Sunday, and even though the days don't mean anything anymore, he's still mowing his lawn. So, yeah, I figured out who all the characters are, but I still kind of feel like I'm waiting for the story to really get going, and find out what is going on with the moon and the obelisks. I can't wait to figure out more, but I need a break, so I'm going to take 15 minutes to find out about the tournament that was supposed to drop at 2 o'clock, I think. Let's see if I can find it. Demonic Training. Share a book that contains your demon. If you don't have a book, then a movie will also work. Tag one person you think will love this book or movie. Now, the problem is that for the Bookie trials, you know what, I'm going to close my window because that guy is noisy. Does that help a little bit? Not sure. So the problem is that the demon that I picked for the Bookie trials is a fantail or a piwakawaka. Adorable little birds, also messengers of death in Maori mythology. So they're not often in books. I do have a book where there is a piwakawaka. I guess it counts. Where is it? It's up here somewhere. So Maui and Other Maori Legends by Peter Gossage. This is like a bind-up of these classic New Zealand books that almost every school used to have, that just tell the different stories of Maui. And there is definitely a piwakawaka in here. Let me find it. Oh, well, there's one right here. This is one with Maui and like the Waka Waka's tiny little one up here. He's the little one with the funny tail. Let's find a bit where he's actually like being the little shit that he is. He's always on Maui's head, look. Oh, he's so cute. Here's the bit where Maui catches the sun. I do love the art in this book. Like, look at this cool picture. So cool. But there's... Oh, I think P Waka Waka's this tiny guy in the corner. That doesn't really count. Oh, here we go. This is the bit that I remembered. So, I'll read it to you. Don't make a sound, my friends, Maui warned the birds. I am going to crawl into Hine and try to reach her heart. The birds held their breath as Maui writhed and twisted. His kicking legs looked so funny that P Waka Waka the fantail tittered out loud. That started all the other birds laughing, and Hine awoke. Here he is, laughing, causing Maui a lot of trouble. Oh, this art's cool too. And there's P Waka Waka there. I think those are all the best bits of P Waka Waka, but do also look at this giant picture of Maui catching the sun. I really love the art in this book, and it's also so nostalgic because I read all of these when I was a kid. So, that's the tournament complete. That was quick, and it's done. I guess I'll do the sharing and tagging on Twitter later. Let's put this one in front for a bit again. Oh, let's knock everything on the floor. Yeah, good plan. Okay, so it's actually like 20 past 6 and I'm only up to page 150. That's because I had a really wonderful 1 hour nap after I got to page 150, and then I thought, well, I may as well have dinner, and then I thought, well, I better edit my vlog that I want to put up for tomorrow that I finished last week. So I did that, and I actually think now I'm going to go for a walk because I've been trying to go for walks at sunset because it's so beautiful outside at the moment. It's just a really nice time of evening to go for a walk. So I'm going to go for a walk, and then I'm going to come back and I guess I'll have like 190? That math seems wrong. What's 390 minus 140? That's totally doable. Is that maths correct though? Wait. Oh, 240. Okay, that's quite a lot to read. But anyway, I'll come back and I'll try and get that done. I guess. I suspect it's going to roll over to tomorrow morning a bit, but we'll try. Right, so I went for a really nice walk, but I did stay out probably longer than I was planning just because like it's nice to go for a walk and the sky was really pretty, and I forgot that I have to walk up a really horrible hill on my way back home, so that was a slow walk, but I did get home and then I had also a really nice bath, and I'm now up to page 200, so I am just past halfway. I got 190 pages to go, but it's already 10:30, and even at a stretch, 190 pages is like 4 hours probably, so I don't think I'm going to finish it tonight. I shouldn't be surprised really, but I am going to try and stay up maybe till midnight reading. We'll see. I feel quite tired already. I'm not good at late nights anymore, but I'm going to try and stay up till midnight. I will say, what I've been thinking about this book is that I'm really enjoying it. Like, there's so much to figure out and there's so much going on, and I love the stuff with the moon and the earth and the way the magic system works, but I don't think that, like, I've been listening to some people who are newer to the fantasy genre lately, and I really think that this book is not a book for anyone like that. Like, there's just so much world building and so much unknowns, like so much you're being told about that you don't necessarily understand, and you just have to be okay with not understanding it for now. And as well, like, it's got chapters written in second person, so that's not necessarily easy to read. There's a lot going on in this book, so I would say, even though I'm absolutely loving it, that if you aren't used to fantasy, you probably will really struggle with this series. But anyway, I'm going to go back to struggling with this series. No, I'm really enjoying my reading experience, but it's definitely making my brain work, especially since I'm tired and my brain isn't really working. Good morning. So, it is 8:20. I am up to page 250. To be honest, after I talked to you last night, I pretty much fell asleep not long after that. But I have been reading a little bit this morning, so I'm up to page 250, which means we've got 140 pages to go and 3 hours and 40 minutes to go. So, what does that mean? Let me do the maths using my computer to help, because I'm not doing that otherwise. So that means I need to read 40 pages an hour. However, I believe that at 9 o'clock there's going to be another tournament. I can't see anything about it online, but that's what the schedule says. So I'm not sure if I have time to do the tournament, but I think that I will at least log in and see what it is. Anyway, I haven't got that much time. I mean, 40 pages an hour seems doable, but given my experience of yesterday, I think it'll be quite tight. Also, this is going quite slow in the last sort of 50 to 100 pages, which has not helped with me getting through it. Some exciting stuff has just happened though, so I'm hoping that things will start to ramp up from here and that I'll just blast through it. Okay, so I think the Masquerade Ball is about to start, so I'm just waiting for that. And my alarm is going off. So I'm up to page 280, so I've got 110 pages to go in 3 hours. I did the math, that's 37 pages an hour. I think that should be doable, but we'll see how much time this tournament takes up, I guess. I think I can do it though. Okay, so I've decided I'm gonna give up on the Masquerade Ball. I did quite well, but actually I'd rather finish my book than guess random characters, most of whom I have never read the books of. It would probably be a fun game if I wasn't trying to finish my book, but I'm trying to finish my book, and so I'm going to do that instead. Okay, it's 11 o'clock, so I've got one more hour, and I am on page 356, so that means maths. 33 pages to go in the last hour. That seems completely doable. But I will say, at the moment, I think we're in like the climax, the action at the end, and it's all like this place being attacked. But I don't care. Like, I feel like it's superfluous to the actual point of the story. And I suppose I'm supposed to be attached to the characters, and so I'm supposed to care, but I don't care. I really wish that there had been a lot more of the other character, and just that we'd gotten further through the story. Like, I don't feel that the whole part with the moon has really been progressed very far. And that's disappointing, because the main reason I'm excited about the story is because of the moon. Anyway, 1 hour left, so I'm gonna go and finish it. Okay, so it is, wait, I need to check the time. 11:45. And I finished it. So that means I completed all the badges in the Book Junkie Trials Royal Weekender. Yay me. Although, to be honest, I just feel like I just spent way too much time reading. And I like reading, but that was a lot of reading. Also, I do think this book suffers a little bit from like middle book syndrome. Like, some things happened, but really it just set things up for the final book. I do think the final book is going to be really amazing, but this particular book was a little bit meandering, and it just felt like it was always building up to things. And I guess like an exciting thing did happen, but it was always going to happen, so it didn't feel that amazing to me. Anyway, I still think this series is great. I still love the world. I still think the magic system's really great. Like, the world building is amazing. The characters are interesting, and the writing style is very interesting, although sometimes that does make it a bit harder to get through. I don't know. I didn't hate this. I definitely liked it, but I thought it was going to be better. That's why I picked it for my 5-star prediction, but shows what I know. However, 1 second, the other book that I read was this one. This one I really loved. I'm actually debating giving it 5 stars. maybe. I have to think some more about that. But this one I really loved. This one was okay. So reading both these books in the weekend, not too bad. So I am now going to go and do something that is completely not reading. But thank you so much to Rachel Marie for putting on this readathon. It was a lot of fun. I really appreciate all the effort you put into the tournaments. Also, if you are someone who did the Royal Weekender, then let me know down below how you went. Otherwise, I guess that is all for this vlog. I hope you're all looking after yourselves, reading some good books, and I will see you next time.